Blythe Boney, and on behalf of Prime Racing Products, a big shout out to Cheeseworks Videos, Mike Kraft, Leroy Morrison, and everything that they do for the Smokin' Hot Summer Series, presented by Rick BB Heating and Air Conditioning and Prime Racing Products. Thank you, guys.
Turn number 4, restart underway, Brett Heater. That's Anderson Heater at the front. Heater to the high side. Here comes Sam Scott. Brett Heater now comes down low, coming out of turn number 4, but Anderson, side by side. Heater scored as your leader. Problem down here in turn number 4 with Holcomb and Hank Thompson in the 6 car. Let's see if that will continue, but the yellow flag does come out. So Holcomb in the 46. And 4 green flag comes out. Here we go. Heater, Anderson. Let's see if the coach has anything for him tonight. Wallachuk up into that 3rd spot. Here comes Tim Shields now to the low side, 3 wide, coming out of turn number 4. Good battles throughout the field. Your top 2, though, side by side with a couple of laps down. Here comes Shields, gets a good run out of turn number 2. Oh, the 11 goes up. Shields got right behind him, thought he was going to take it up into the wall. Might be some oil down on the track. As Gerald has to stop, tries to pull it down into the infield area here. I think the engine went on that one. Tough break there, but Heater, Anderson, now it'll be Sam Scott in 3rd, Tim Shields 4th, and Nick Wade. Heater brings him down out of turn 4, 2 laps down, 13 to go for your stock cars here at Lakeside Speedway, racing on the river's edge here tonight. Brett Heater as your leader as it comes out of turn number 2. The Heater as the leader. It's Anderson, though, trying to close that gap as they come into the high side. Sam Scott behind them. Tim Shields on the low side in the 42, the 00 of Whalen. Here comes Cletus Murray. There's your top 6 cars with 3 laps down. Yellow comes out. Oh, your race leader, Brett Heater, now pulls down to the infield. Must be a problem on the 05. Laid some oil down on the track, so a problem. You can see the oil coming down into turns 1 and 2, so problem for Brett Heater. He's going to pull it off, head back to the pit area. 7 feature wins for Heater this year, but not tonight. Home another feature win here tonight. The coach as your leader. Here we go. So Heater off the track now. So Anderson now goes to that high side. Sam Scott to the low in the 93, trying to close that gap on your leader. Here comes Tim Shields now in the 42. Tim gets a good run off of turn 2. Looks like that high side's coming in. Scott, though, tries to make it work down low. Here comes Tim Shields with the run out of turn number 4. Lap number 4, still the coach, Anderson, but Shields nose to tail for that 2nd spot. Whalen on the low side, Murray on the high side. There's your top 5. Murray now takes that 4th spot away. Let's see if Tim Shields, with another good run here out of turn 4, putting the pressure on Scott in the 93 car. But your leader, Kevin Anderson, now starting to pull away from your field here on lap number 5. Good battle for that 2nd position. Tim Shields, Sam Scott, your top 3. Mudcap Murray, the 75, the 00 Whalen, the 91 at Winnegold. Fogarty, the T2, David Oxford behind him. But your race leader, still the coach, Kevin Anderson, down, coming into turn number 2 now. This high side, everybody seems to be hanging up there. Whalen, the 1 car down on the low side in turns 1 and 2. Moisture down throughout the track. Looks like another good track here tonight at Lakeside with the coach, Kevin Anderson, on lap number 7, your race leader. Still Sam Scott. Tim Shields trying to figure something out as he comes out of turn 2, the 75 of Murray. Here comes Shields now to the low side. That's if he does a slide job up here into 4. Not quite able to make it up there. Scott still your race leader. In second with your race leader Kevin Anderson coming out of turn number 2. Scott trying to hang on to second with a challenge with Tim Shields in turn number 2. Here comes Tim Shields now side by side. Shields now try to slide it back up in front of him this time as he comes out of turn number 4 with Scott on the run on the high side. Scott hangs on to that spot. So good battle here for second place. Anderson's pulling away from your top 3 right now, straightaway lead. But Sam Scott, Tim Shields, Cletus Murray, Jason Wenigal, your top 5. Whalen, the 00 back to 6 now with Tom Fogarty. Here's your race leader. That's lap number 10, so just 5 to go, 5 to go. Tim Shields trying to figure a way to get around Scott in that 93. Thought he had it that last time, not able to hang on as Scott got the good run out of the top side in 4. Scott stays up there now with Shields, just follows him up there. Let's see if he has something for him as he comes a little lower down to the middle side of the track out of 4. Tim Shields trying to figure a way to get around Scott for that second spot. Meanwhile, Anderson's just walking away from the field here. He's in another zip code right now as he comes out of turn number 4. This will be lap 12 with just 3 to go. The coach, Kevin Anderson, your feature winner last week. If he can hang on here, add another one to the rack. But Shields still trying to figure a way to get around Sam Scott in that 93 machine. It's Cletus Murray, Jalen Wenigal in 5th, Thompson in 6th now. Hank Thompson moving up back through the field. Tom Fogarty in the T2 just behind him. Let's go back to your race leader, though. The white flag will come out this time for Kevin Anderson. Meanwhile, Tim Shields goes to the low side in turn number 2, gets side by side with Scott. And at 93, there's your race leader, Anderson. Final lap now. Let's see if Tim Shields will have anything for Scott for that second spot. Yellow flag comes out. Turn 2 down on the low side. Tough break there for Hank Thompson. Hank was up into the 7th spot. Now he'll fall back to the tail of the field. As the coach, Kevin Anderson brings them down. Oh, Murray now gets up into the wall, losing several positions back there. Tough break for him. He was in that 4th spot. Now he is slowing down. He's going to have to pull off. But the coach, Anderson, now brings out the white flag. Still Sam Scott, Tim Shields, and now Wenigal and Tom Fogarty in your top 5 now. Here comes Shields now to the low side coming out of 2. Will he have anything left for Scott? I don't think so. Let's see if he'll slide up in front of him in turn 4. Is he able to do it? No. Kevin Anderson, your winner tonight. It's the coach with Scott, Shields, Wenigal, David Holcomb now up into 5th. Fogarty, Whalen, Thompson back up into 8th. Murray had to pull off with David Oxford, Henney, Brett Heater, Wallachuk, and Michael Knight. Your winner tonight, we call him the coach. His 5th win this season, it's Kevin Anderson. Out of the car, it's the coach, Kevin Anderson, your winner tonight. Racing on the river's edge here tonight. Racing on the river's edge here tonight with our new feature winner sign tonight. All the photogs down there tonight. Lisa Burlington down there. I think normally Kenny South down there as well. Kevin Anderson again, your winner tonight, USRA Stock Car Feature. White line, here we go. 2 by 2 as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Sorensen, Brad Smith goes to that high line. Sorensen slips back to second. Bryant behind him in the 28. Here comes Andy Bryant. Andy Bryant slides up into that second spot. Here comes Chase Galvin, also in the 0 car. Your early race leader, Brad Smith, Bryant, Galvin, Sorensen, and Blake Pierce. Your top 5 here on lap number 1. Yellow flag comes out, and it looks like Jet, the 73 driver, Tommy Summers. Gun. Flag in the air. Here we go. Brad Smith. Galvin looking strong here tonight on that low side, but there's Bryant. Andy Bryant slides up to the top side, gets a good run out of 2, hangs on to that second spot. Back through the field. Problem with Tyson Lamferman on the 47. He slows down, loses about 4 to 5 spots there, but your race leader, it's a 99 of Brad Smith here so far. 20.4 with Andy Bryant just in tail. Galvin gets loose almost up into the wall up there. Here comes Tim Powell now into 57 along the 181 of Luke Neiman. There's your top 5 cars. Still Brad Smith, your leader. Andy Bryant right on his tail. Here comes the 57 of Powell. You're in your top 3. Oh, several cars almost getting together there. But back to your leaders coming to the 3 and 4 now with 3 laps down. Ted Martin almost gets up into the wall in turn number 2, but you're Brad Smith, Andy Bryant, Tim Powell, Chase Galvin in the 181 of Neiman. It'll be Blake Pierce, the 44 of Sam Schuler, the 9 of Don Mars, Austin Charles, and the 81. Back to your leaders is coming into 3 and 4. Still Brad Smith with a quick time of 20.4 as a quick time so far. Andy Bryant back stretch now. Have a car pull in back there. Didn't catch the number on that one. Jet Sorensen in that 54 that pulled off. He was early as your pole leader, but right now Smith as your leader. Challenge here for the second spot now with Powell in the 57. Andy Bryant staying up high. Powell comes down low and turns 2 and 3. 2. Turn 2 as a yellow flag comes out. In turn number 4, Shelby Manthe. Shelby goes around the 32 in turn number 4. Smith leads him down out of turn number 4. Bryant, Powell, Galvin, Neiman, your top 5. Bryant now to the low side. Galvin slides up high in turn number 2. Hangs on to that spot, though. Still gets a good run around there. Smith and Bryant to the high side. Tim Powell trying to make something work down there. About midway up between 3 and 4. Trying to close that gap a little bit as he goes low side in 1 and 2 now along with Neiman. Neiman gets a good run into turn 2. Galvin trying to hang on to that 4th position. Neiman now gets a nose out in front of him up into 4th. Luke Neiman, but your leader on lap number 8, it's still Brad Smith with Andy Bryant, Tim Powell, Chase Galvin, the 181 of Neiman, the 16 of Blake Pierce, and yellow flag comes out again here. Manthe in the 32 smoking. Right under the sign on the back stretch. See some debris on the track, so a little bit of debris. Also Schweitzer, Rodney Schweitzer on the front wall here. That's probably a drive shaft, I'm going to guess. Out of 4, cone on the front side. Here we go. You never know on these restarts. Powell this time says, well, I'll try a run on the high side this time. Tim Powell with a good run. Andy Bryant with him side by side. Powell has to hit the binders there. Still Smith and Powell. Powell comes back down to the low side, gets inside of Chase Galvin in that 0 car. Still Bryant, Powell, Galvin. 181 of Neiman, Blake Pierce. Here comes Austin Charles up into 7th. 8th, Sam Schuler. Here comes lap number 10. So 10 to go this time across. For your race leader, Brad Smith. So right now it's Smith. Still as your leader, Andy Bryant, Tim Powell, the top 3. That has not changed with Galvin and Neiman rounding up the top 5. Blake Pierce in 16th. In that 6th spot. But your leaders, Brad Smith, Tim Powell working on the 28 of Andy Bryant. Brad Smith, a good run here tonight, keeping in front of Bryant. Oh, there goes Tim Powell, the 57. Oil all over the track on the front stretch. Tough break there for Tim Powell as he goes up in smoke coming down the front stretch. Tim Powell with all kind of moisture down on the track as he was just trying to make a move to get around the green flag flies for Brad Smith, your race leader, Andy Bryant. Now Galvin, the 181 of Neiman. 16 of Pierce. Here's your top 5. This will be lap 13. Lap 13 coming across this time with your race leader, Brad Smith. Number 2 in overall points here at Lakeside Speedway. Andy Bryant is the top points getter in your Smoking Hot Summer Series, the Rick Beebe Heating and Cooling between Lakeside and I-35 Speedway. But tonight, it's Brad Smith, Andy Bryant, Chase Galvin, Luke Neiman, and Blake Pierce, your top 5. 81 of Charles, the 7J of Jake Richards. My goodness, Jake Richards making a run tonight from 20th. Jake Richards. So Smith trying to stay in front of the 28. Here comes Andy Bryant now. Andy Bryant just patient back there, starting to close in the gap. 20.5 on that last run. Andy Bryant actually getting just a little bit quicker as we go through this race. Let's see if Brad Smith can hang on. Bryant goes to that high side, trying to close in on your race leader, Brad Smith. 16 laps down, just 4 to go. So Andy Bryant says, get him up and go if we're going to pass him. Oh, now Smith gets a little loose on the top side up by the cushion. That closes the gap between your top 2. Andy Bryant now goes high side in turn 2 with Smith now gets a little bit loose. Oh, as he slides right in front of him, Andy Bryant, the 28 car goes side by side as they get into lap traffic here. Chris Connell in that number 10 car. Brad Smith still your leader. Lap 18, so just 2 to go. White flag comes out this next time. For your leader, Brad Smith, Andy Bryant, Galvin. Behind them with the 181 of Neiman and Blake Pierce, your top 5. White flag will come out this time for Brad Smith. Does Andy Bryant have anything left for him? Let's see what happens here on the last lap. Andy Bryant closing in on your leader, Brad Smith. Into lap traffic now. Lap traffic comes into play here as Bryant gets the run on the high side. Smith goes low. Bryant Smith. Oh, Bryant gets caught in behind your lap traffic on the back stretch with Ted Martin, the 99 of Smith, as your winner as he comes down the front stretch. It's Brad Smith, Andy Bryant. The 0 of Galvin, the 181 of Neiman, Blake Pierce, your top 5. Number 6 goes to the 7J of Jake Richards, all the way from 20th. Austin Charles, Jaden Bears, Tim Galvin, and Don Mars, your top 5. Whoa, what an exciting finish here as they got into lap traffic on that final lap. Racing Enterprises, Luke Neiman Motorsports as he gets out of the car. Brad Smith, your winner tonight. Bray's Auto Parts, Magic Wand Car Wash, 23rd Street Brewery, Luke Neiman Fencing, Free State Fitness. Just a few of the sponsors on that Rage chassis of Brad Smith. Kenny's Tile, of course, on the side as well. You're racing on the river's edge, the new sign here tonight. Looks like Blythe Boney there for your the Lakeside feature winner here, your USRA B-Mod feature winner tonight, Brad Smith. 4 Lakeside wins here this year. 15-lap A main event, green flag, here we go! Stockton, Hand, Braden Bennett. Here comes the 63 of Spillman. 3 wide, look out. Bennett says, I'm not going to do that. Slam myself up against the wall, so he falls back a few spots. But your race leader on lap number 1, it's Stockton, Trevor Hand, Spillman. Here's your top 4 as they go into turn number 2 so far. Ben Stockton is your race leader going down the back stretch now. Ben Stockton, your leader here with your E-Mod feature event. Lap number 2. Challenge now for that second spot. Here comes Spillman as he gets around. Trevor Hand goes the high. Spillman goes down low. Spillman with a run here. Ben Stockton still your leader. So Stockton with Spillman, Trevor Hand, Sean Burns. Here at Lakeside Speedway, your E-Mod feature event. Stockton now gets a challenge for Spillman in the 63. Lap number 4 right now, Ben Stockton, Billy Spillman, Trevor Hand. There's your top 3 cars so far. Ingram now up into that 4th spot. He gets by Sean Burns. Ingram now. Here comes Spillman around your race leader, Stockton. Spillman goes to the high side. Stockton down now into the lap traffic now, Billy Spillman. Lap number 5, lap 6 as he goes across as the new race leader, Billy Spillman. So Stockton, Hand, Ingram, Burns, your top 5, followed by McCarr, Bennett, Emma Martin, Lamferman, and Dakota Earls as the top 10. 6 laps down of your 15-lap A main event with your leader. Halfway that time with Spillman, Stockton, Trevor Hand, the top 3, Spillman to the high side. Stockton now trying to get around the lap traffic of Eddie Ingram Jr., has to put the binders on there for a second, so that increases the lead for Billy Spillman. Lap 8 this time across for your race leader, Spillman. Oh, a problem here for your second place car, Ben Stockton. Billy Spillman, Stockton has to pull down into the infield area. Problem on that 33, so that moves Trevor Hand up into second. Spillman now with a comfortable lead here as he goes out of turn 2. Hand in the second spot, just going down into turn 2 now, so a straightaway lead. Ingram up into 3rd, Sean Burns 4th, and McCarr 5th. There's your top 5. This will be lap number 10, 5 to go this time across. For Billy Spillman, your race leader. Spillman got by Stockton in the 30. By Stockton in his 33, he had to pull off with a maintenance issue. He's sitting down on the infield area, but Billy Spillman gets by Goffrich now into lap traffic. That's lap number 11 for your race leader. Spillman, Hand, Ingram, Burns, and McCarr, still your top 5. Really the battle, the only battle you can see right now is that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot right now. Sean Burns trying to move his way around Ingram as they come into 3 and 4 as your leaders check out on the field. Spillman there on lap number 12. So just 3 to go now for your race leaders. Here's your race back here with Sean Burns side by side with the 54 of Ingram now. Sean Burns trying to slide up into turn 2. Good side by side action there. Good action back here for that third and fourth spot. This is lap 14 next time across. Trevor Hand. Now it is Sean Burns up into third. Now Ingram McCarr, the top five. Braden Bennett just behind them. Your race leader, Billy Spillman. White flag comes out for Spillman, your race leader. Spillman, still Trevor Hand in that second spot. This would be Billy Spillman. This will be feature win number 9. As he comes out of turn number 4, your winner, Billy Spillman. It's Trevor Hand. Sean Burns, a good run up into third. Good battle back there. Sean Burns as they come down that front straightaway. Eddie Ingram and then Braden Bennett at the last minute there. So congratulations to your winner. 9 feature wins this year. It's the 63 of Billy Spillman. Trevor Hand car out of Atchison. It's Billy Spillman, your winner tonight. Gets the trophy from his son there. Family affair there. There's the new sign, your Lakeside feature winner sign.